if you get ahead and you're split pushing like 1-3-1,
yeah,
then you'll have a pretty nice advantage. But the team fighting comp of Damwon Kia is just insane. Like in the late game, everybody scales basically really nicely. The Maokai is interesting. You talked about the harass, but also the potential for disengage, right? You just throw out the ultimate and you're like, okay, get away from me. If you just want to like kind of reset things, also gives you a chance to set up a front to back with an ultimate like that.
Yeah, I really like that, especially against the two melee carries, that we have here in the Camille Aurelia. It's very difficult to actually engage into a Maokai if you don't bait that out first, and escaping is just out of the question.
Well, here we go. We're going to jump onto the Rift for game number 1 of T1 up against Damwon Kia.
As Keria, we haven't seen this champion in a while, 7 for 3, or 7 for 10. 7 and 3 on the champion.
Yeah, you can see he dies like once a game. That's actually the stat there. As Keria, what's going on here?
Well, you only get one, I guess. That's the stat.
Did I really just curse him already? How is that even possible?
You get one from the get-go.
Speaking of power, Closer's already getting in there. He hasn't taken Ignite. He has the Conqueror, though, and one auto should do it. The flash in, and he's 2.
Why?
Oh, no!
What a huge mistake! I mean, this is not acceptable. But what a huge mistake. Like, these players are feeling it.
And speaking of this matchup, Oner's getting in there. He's like, yeah, good luck fighting me. You're going to have to flash over the wall. Oner does follow flash again. You can see, yeah. We do have Canyon down on the bottom side. This is actually a really aggressive gank. The cleanse does come in, and that's going to be a kill for the Kayn. At least Oner's over there to help the Yuumi out. But a really nice conversion already. And I feel like we turned the League of Legends knob up to 11 now. There's so much action.
Yeah.
We're still
Where are we at, Valdez?
Well, Oner...
this is too much.
Oner is just really trying to get those Raptors on cooldown. Oh, man, he takes the turret shot, and he gets rooted.
Yo, this game's over.
Well, it kind of feels that way, but... Oh, man.
I mean, I think... you in every other circumstance you really wanted to, but the rotation is so slow here. Still, there's a lot of damage output that has to be respected.
Looking for the smite here is Oner, but he's just going to be knocked up as it's what we were looking for. Closer is incredibly low. He's out of the fight now, but Khan is going to have to flash away. Teddy getting a lot of damage done, and Zeus will, in fact, be able to pick up a kill and get out of here. Unfortunately for Oner, though, he got caught by Beryl, gets soloed by the support. And,
win rate with gold lead at 10, 100% by the way.
Yeah, nice stat. Thank you, Riot, for that one. 14-0. And it's the 1-for-1, and they get the Rift Herald on the side of.
T1 could be happy that there's a chance it's Ocean Soul. As
right.
Canyon's here.
Trying to bait him in, and Zeus is looking for the kill, the Senna ultimate.
Oh!
Just going to save him there right at the end. Totally fine, perfect bait from Khan. And Zeus falls for it. Not much he could do after he had to commit. And if T1 want to challenge them, I think that Damwon Kia are very confident to take that fight. I don't think that they would back down from it. In fact, they're going to be the ones engaging in the mid lane. Beryl getting very far forward. And yeah, that was a bit overzealous. Canyon was like, nope, not getting in there. They are going to force the flash out of Closer.
Did they or did he force the flash out of himself there?
Yeah, kind of an unfortunate Aurelia game to start off for him. But
Umbral Glaive for Canyon. He's going very aggressive, pretty standard here.
Zeus just has no idea. And,
again?
Yeah, he's dead. There's just no hope. Like, he's pushing all the way down to the second turret with zero vision. 80 carry at this moment in time. I'm kind of curious about that.
Yeah, and what else could they have played here instead? I mean, the champions that come to mind are like Vayne, MF maybe, like could have been something where you just kind of crush lane.
Yeah. Remember I was talking about the Maokai ultimate. That's another way. You get huge seeds.
Okay.
This is a massive Vanguard's edge as everybody's trying to flash away, and Canyon gets burst down. Closer not quite able to get the kill on the Showmaker, though, who will survive for an incredible amount of time. But it's really all Zeus that's getting so much value on the right side of the map here. It is going to end up being a 2 against 2 at the end of it all. And we're just trying to bully Teddy here, who should be able to try to... Nope, he's not, actually. Not able to kite these two big boys.
Sion is forever. Forever and ever and ever. Not going to happen. Too beefy, too strong.
Yeah.
And I share a relatively private conversation. I'll hold that thought. Closer's trying to have relatively
Never
private
mind.
time up here, but
Yeah, Closer's, he's got a cane on his back. Not much he can do to get away from that one. Winner is thinking about it, but he doesn't have too much else. He's not going to get hit by the Maokai.
I was just going to say, of all our casting talent.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here. I'm going to take 2 inhibitors. Canyon is just doing hilarious amounts of poke. But I kind of like that Yuumi last pick as well because, well, we're having a fight here. Canyon is actually in the jungle fighting off against Zeus, taking a bunch of damage, but immediately just pops him like a balloon. Gets that Dark Harvest stack and forces Zeus to back off.
Yeah,
They're going to have to respond in one way or another. Either they are forced to engage or they go back. What's it going to be?
I think you have to back off here if you're T1.
Well, they're going to try for the Drake here. As you can see, Wonder is taking a lot of focus down, but it's going to go the way of Damwon Kia as they pick up the Infernal Soul. A nice little fight, though, because Canyon gets low. Khan not able to frontline effectively here. As Showmaker and Ghost are going to have to get away from this one. Not sure if Showmaker can, or rather Ghost. They're actually able to poke them down as they go way too deep into the jungle. You can see Teddy is desperately trying to find them or get a back or something, but he's on vision.
I think he's just waiting for game 2 with the hold positions we saw there. Just spamming the S key. And, I mean, Teleport already on top of the Nexus turrets. This game is over, Valdez. I think it... It really took a turn for the worse in those first 4 minutes. Where we saw a Keria pick, we saw a Closer follow flashing to his death, then dying a second time in lane, and it just all fell apart.
At them in the face of T1's base, surrounded by minions. He will take down the Nexus.
Trying to be mean, and I'm not trying to point fingers or anything, but you have a rookie, you have multiple rookie players straight up on this roster, right? Then you have Teddy, he's a veteran. He's trying to hold down the fort. You have Keria, who's relatively veteran, right? The same way Pyosik is. He's got a year under his belt. But, I mean, they saw blood in the water. They made some very aggressive plays that just fell hard on their face against a veteran team like Damwon Kia, defending world champions. Maximizing the value out of the gold in the lane. I want to mention that there is kill pressure with this as well on the bottom side of the map, but I like the Lucian into the Syndra way more than I liked previously, obviously, the Aurelia into Victor, because you have this pushing power and this lane power that's not based on all-ins. It's just based on the matchup. So this means that Wonder should be able to find a little bit more aggression in the jungle. They might be able to put some pressure on Khan, but the fact that they gave him the Scion makes that so much more difficult to execute. So even though I do like this draft a lot more than the previous one here for T1, I still don't like how they got to the end of it.
Yeah, and Damwon Kia get a lot of different pieces that are really big on their side. As we are going to jump onto the Rift here for game number 2. Match 56. Damwon Kia up against T1. So, that's always great to see.
And here's what I was talking about is, not Nocturne, excuse me. The Nautilus is going to be farming under turret.
Okay, they're actually going to go ahead and ignite here. You can see the roots are plentiful from Teddy and Keria. It's not enough to kill him, but they will at least trade the flash of the Seraphine away for just heal and ignite from the side of T1 spot lane.
Yep. Okay,
ooh, that's another great hook here, and Ghost might just be in trouble.
I think he is. He's going to have another hook in a second.
The problem is that he baits Beryl into this one. As you can see, a lot of damage being put forward. They're actually able to turn this one around. Keria and Teddy just turn tail, and they don't finish the job. They don't have the Ignite to push the damage, and they respect the Ignite from Beryl, as well as the Ghost heal.
Zap people. This is a team, SK Telecom T1, that is the most famous League of Legends team of all time.
Oh, the flash. Closer nearly
Closer, let me narrative, man.
No, you're not allowed, Wolf. Only action. Showmaker does survive a really quick response with his own flash, so he's able to get out of dodge, but you can see what Lucian is able to pull off in this lane.
I'm back right now with the AP jungle pool.
Wow. So is denying that back and giving, okay, wait, we have a hook in the bottom lane and a root follow-up. This is part of the Nautilus Senna lane. And you can see that the second that combo ends, Beryl and Ghost immediately try to trade as much as possible because that's where a lot of the power comes from. No.
But yeah, to go back to, well, hold that thought. I don't want to go back to it yet.
Oh, that was close. Dredgeline is dodged, and Beryl just kind of laughs at them. And now Canyon is down here. Gonna spot this going on.
Yes,
Wonder,
6.
thinking about getting in there. He's gonna put the double sleep down. But look at all the heals and shields. Do they have the burst? Yes, they do. But here comes Canyon looking to get something on the back of this. He's gonna get a Dark Harvest, but that is about it. As he will have to turn tail now. The root goes down onto Ghost.
Closer's here.
Closer's here. Oh no, this
got
could
ult.
be desperate for the side of Dalmonkia. The two of them will be taken out as the dive is perfect.
They've made.
Yeah, and I mean, anything that makes a Game 3 happen, I'm happy with that. If that's a sequel or whatever. As here comes the Seraphine ultimate. Canyon is here this time around. He's looking for Teddy, and he should have the damage. A huge wipe of the two of them, but now the teleports come in. They're trying to get on top of Ghost, and the damage is enough for Closer, as Canyon is way too deep under that turret. Double kill again to Warner here. As Showmaker is thinking about it, he's going to keep them at range as he is the Syndra. But man, T1 able to convert that one, a 2-for-1 in favor of them. But T1, they're not wasting any time. They got the Rift Herald earlier on. Looks like they want to feed that over to Closer. Don't mind that at all. As Canyon waiting in the wings, but guess what? Take a look at the mini-map. The rotation is coming in here from the side of T1, but Teddy is going to get isolated on the right side here, as Sion is the one teleporting in. He's going to be able to survive for a very long time, as Canyon getting burst down on the left side. Will eventually go down, I'd imagine, as they're trying to get on top of Beryl, but Zeus goes extremely low. Will be able to pick up that kill finally. And now we got a 3-on-3 as a huge hook comes out from Keria. He's able to isolate Showmaker. And look at Warner just running around the fight. Nobody can do any damage to this insanely fed Lilia.
I mean, he's just doing so much. He doesn't have his sleep anymore, so I don't think he can obviously push the issue any further here. So T1 are just trying to get every single objective they can on the map.
Ooh, he's going to land that one, and I think Closer might be dead. Yeah, see you later. Unleash that power. And it's as easy as that. He's only built up the Merc Treads for defensive items. So this might be an opportunity for Dalmonkia to actually convert onto Shirley here. That's going to come down to a smite fight. That one will go to Canyon.
Remember when they could have banned Sound and they didn't? Yeah, I remember that. That happened just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Happened about 16 minutes ago.
The thing is that he's great at, oh man.
Defensive ganks!
He's baited him so hard yet again. And the Senna ultimate is just laughable at this point. How about Canyon picks up another kill?
That's the whole, this is the pairing I'm talking about. You want to talk about synergy in the bottom lane, you want to talk about like what works well. He just goes through a wall and kills him.
Yeah.
Like we've already watched this happen before.
Oh, Keria. Keria's angry. He's going to be able to pick up another kill for his team. No flash available for Showmaker there, as now getting a little bit too deep. This time Beryl is going to be the one that actually goes down at the end of it all.
That was actually so well played by everyone on T1 involved. Keria with the hook. They commit in deep. Warner knows he's going to live. And then Keria just goes right around the edge.
Nice little bait from Warner. He knows how far ahead he is. I mean, he's the highest level in the game. As, yeah, well, Dalmonkia using a bunch of stuff. Another insane hook from Keria. Here comes Sion in the back line, but where's the follow-up? Everybody on the side of Dalmonkia is backing away.
Closer.
Closer is just going on an expedition here. Where is he going?
Oh, no.
Khan does a great job of zoning the rest of the team out so that they can't follow Closer on his exploration of the Wild Wild West. Yeah.
Love to see it.
He just accelerates his build so much with this. And, you know, when you've got a stopwatch, you don't need the Zhonyas. As they're trying to get on top of Keria here, the root not quite there, but the knockup is, as Senna's ultimate will help out. This is a gigantic sleep. Can they get something from this? Beryl gets the charm off, but Khan, he doesn't really have the support from his team. Canyon and Ghost not able to get on in there as well, and Showmaker was in the top lane pushing, so T1, catch him out. Get a couple kills.
Hey, the series is delivering, Valdez. The script came true. T1 having such a great... Ooh, oh, that was Casper Chris maybe for a second there, but T1 having such great team synergy here on every rotation they make. I mean, he's already...
Optimus Prime over here.
Yeah.
Zooming in.
Like, I don't know if he's going to be able to have a strong engage just straight up at the front line like this.
Okay, Zeus spotted, though. That's pretty big. It's moving towards Canyon, and it is going to go the way of Canyon. That is just so big. Keria will be trying to force this engage now. But you can see that Dalmankia aren't necessarily trying to get in. That's another huge sleep. It is massive. A huge charm comes in, but I don't think it's enough. They get on top of Ghost, but the damage follow-up is massive from Canyon. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough, though. Wonder finally uses that stopwatch and just totally negates it. And this is why Dalmankia did not want to fight. T1 will wipe the floor with them and will win that team fight in a big match.
I mean, Dalmankia are so lucky that they got that Drake. They are so lucky they were able to make that happen. But now it's going to be Baron. This is going to be way better. And the sleep from Wonder, who's had a perfect game, 7-0 and 10 in this game. Eat a lot of that Baron clock.
I don't know what Kana's doing this far up. Looks like he might just die.
You're not dying, you're dying. Barrel tanked it for a little while there.
Yeah. I would imagine to take this inhibitor as another gigantic hood hit Showmaker in the front, and now Ghost is in so much trouble as he will go down as well, and it looks like we are going to a game number 3, the game everybody wanted to see, as Khan will be wrecked at the end of it all as well, and T1 will push on for the victory.
What an insane turnaround from T1 to have such a pathetically bad, I mean very weak game number 1. Huge mistakes in the early game that lead to an insanely dominant start for Dalmankia, and yet
risen to the challenge and actually has shown that they can challenge Dalmankia.
This is what I expected to see in this series. It's a really close series with really nice drafting, and this team, this roster 7 for T1 looks to be by far the best. And I know a lot of people said, well, they're 4-0 against Nongshim and against Liv Sandbox, so Wolf, I mean, where are you going with this? Game 1, there were some very glaring mistakes, so we didn't even get to see a game, right? This is the first real game we see in this series for T1 where they actually play the comp the way they're supposed to, and it wasn't free of hardships, right? It was not an easy second game.
And pressured, and, you know, they don't want to drop this one.
Yeah.
T1, they want to make, you know, the rest of their season clean.
Yeah, there's a lot more pressure here as the, you know, the favored team going into this, especially after that game 1, and then you lost your momentum in game 2, and in game 3, this draft is not very Dalmankia-esque, right? There's a lot of pressure on Khan here. I mean, to make a case for the Gangplank, you do have 2 sources of AP damage. You want to keep your damage profile varied to a certain extent. Obviously, Gangplank is going to offer a lot more damage in the late game. Seraphine, not so much. She's going to be able to give you a lot of support, a lot of engage tools, but you are missing a lot of damage. You know, it's not something like an Orion that's going to have big burst damage, or something like a Syndra, Azir. So I think that's the reason why they go for it, but very risky, Valdez.
Pretty interesting one coming into game number 3 here. So he has it in his wheelhouse, although we haven't seen it in a while, as we're going to have the engage down on the bottom side. That is not the spear Canyon was looking for. They're still trying to get on top of Keria, though, and it looks like there will be enough damage, as Keria did not have flash, as another spear lands here, and Canyon misses the jump. Even after the spear, maybe he was just barely out of range.
Really nice start here in terms of Dalmankia's early game and jungle presence. His ult
gets hit. Khan is up against the wall. This is not where you want to be against the Graves, as the damage, he has to stick around to make sure he gets the kill.
Canyon
will sacrifice himself for it. Oh, the spear lands through the minions, as Zeus is going to have to flash away and hook shot. And the spear this time will not land. But man, Canyon forces the flash out and puts on an immense amount of pressure.
So well played here on the top side of the map from Khan and Canyon to match the rotation. But a really big misjudge.
You're still here?
Oh, this is not over yet. Max range spear?
Yep. Sees him backing. Down you go, Zeus. That is not a safe place to back.
But Dalmankia are not concerned about this whatsoever. Now, he is going to make the rotation over here to the Rift Herald. This was well done.
Yeah, so T1, even after all the topside shenanigans, they're still saying that we can take the Rift Herald away. And they started it pretty early on. They get that smoke screen down. That's going to be good. So T1 do pick it up. And Beryl, he's not even level 6, so he just throws his life away, trying to zone them off of the eye. Keep in mind, Teddy's getting free farm in the bottom lane while this is going on. So this is definitely a nice win for T1, even if they don't get the eye.
Yeah, this is definitely well played.
Gets him to safety.
Canyon's here, but I don't think they can turn this on its head.
They must have seen that spear, and they do ping it, in fact, as he's still here. Level 9, by the way, to level 8 of Wonder. Just trying to poke them away, but finally we have a giant spear into the back of the Rel. And this is just like a shooting gallery. The Canyon's literally just standing here throwing spears. Like, that's it.
Yeah, Seraphine's rotated over. She has ult. Careful, Teddy.
Oh, the stun is big on the Attract Repel there. Going to deny the follow-up from Beryl, but the charm does come in. Where's the follow-up? As that's a 3-man root, but the damage comes in from Teddy. Can't quite catch up to Beryl, though, as that's going to be going over to Canyon. And also Showmaker picked up the kill onto Closer. And so, 2 kills now for Damwon. They're thinking about diving and picking up a couple more.
With the minion wave crashing in here, they're definitely going to go for it.
Yeah, Beryl gets in there. He's going to be ignited down. That's 2 kills to the Rel at the end of it all. As now Zeus comes in with his teleport. A little bit lackluster there. But at least will deny them from pushing any further.
Wow, this is some very aggressive League of Legends, Valdez.
He's still here. Kenyon's still here throwing spears.
The spear actually might have killed him, or given them the opportunity to finish him off. Best just barely is able to back and get away.
All the kills, but he's farming very well down on the bottom side, and that pressure helps out with that anyway. So it's good, you know. I think they'd like some more on the GP. Seems like that top lane has had so much action that there hasn't been as much CS farming, if you will.
Canyon gets this, by the way, with all the pressure in mid.
Yeah,
just alone. And that's, well, doesn't want to fight him.
Closer's just bottom side as a huge engage comes in, but the knockup from Beryl is massive. But now Closer gets onto that back line as Ghost is still alive for an incredibly long amount of time. Somehow, some way, thought he was definitely dead. Here comes Teddy. Not quite able to follow it up as we're going real deep here. Beryl gets everybody at T1. Have massively overextended under the turret. Wow.
I mean, you have to respect the Alistar. You can't just walk forward like that. He will punish you.
And Closer's just like, you know, whatever. I don't team fight anymore. I only split push. See you guys later.
Yeah, and I mean, the second charge is good. They're actually going to get an inhibitor turret.
Beryl's tanking, and he finds the engage. That is a dead Keria. Damwon are just so clean with this. And look at that damage onto Teddy as well. They're getting so much out of this push. It's only 19 minutes in, and they're not stopping.
I don't think you can end here, though, if you're Damwon. I think you really need to...
Okay.
What's scary here for me, for T1, is they don't have vision on the
Baron. Is dead. He can't do anything here. The 2v1 is just too much.
But will they stop the Baron? I just don't think they can. And, like, no, I think you're okay with this if you're Damwon.
I don't even think they'll try.
They don't have any vision of this whatsoever, and they're coming over, but, like... And the pings are coming through, but they're just so late.
Oh, they're actually trying. It's a little bit too little too late, as you mentioned. Beryl gets the big engage. And Damwon, I think you just got to get out of here with the teleports being considered. As Showmaker trying to fight front to back. Keria does make the play happen, but Beryl is tanking so much in the front line. He will go down at the end of it all. You can see T1 are backing off. Zeus has another idea in mind, as he was thinking about landing that hook shot.
Look at the damage for Closer!
Closer's doing so much here. The teleport now coming in as Warner goes a little bit too deep. Now Zeus trying to get the backline, but he gets blown up, and Closer can't do it either. And Teddy alone tries to make the miracle happen. He might just be able to, but not quite, as Ghost will survive until the very end of the fight.
I mean, look at the Nexus here. The Nexus turret's under fire. With his mid. Yikes.
There.
Okay, I don't know about this one.
Right on top of a cannon barrage, and also Beryl gets the engage. Keria is just dead, but at least Wonder got the dragon, but it's still going to be just a massive death circle for the side of T1. They all die, and Damwon with that ace will take game number 3.
Damwon come in with a very strong early game. Canyon's Nidalee pick gets them so ahead early on, and they're just able to turn this into such a massive lead. It becomes insurmountable. T1 with some flashy plays around the Baron pit, but at the end of the day, there was a big disconnect in communication in these last few fights. And sure, they group up for the Rise teleport into the Drake pit, but I don't think anybody thought that was going to go well. And at the end of the day, they get out-macroed, outplayed by Damwon, who will take their 11th win in a shaky series, but a win nonetheless.
Oh, they wanted more. T1 will go down to Damwon here, who do take the 2-1
Yelling
victory.
Hyped. Like, there's one person who tilts his head in disappointment, and it's the player who carried this game, Canyon.
Yeah.
He was definitely not happy with Damwon performance in this best of 3. And when everyone else was cheering, he was the sobering head shaker who said, like, guys, this is not a series to celebrate.
He's always very calm and collected, and I think at the end of that one, he was just pondering what he could have done even better, or at least that's what I'd like to imagine he was thinking. As you see the damage numbers here, Ghost had a quietly really nice game as well, had the most damage, survived in spots where a lot of other AD carries would have been too slow and just died.